Hey everybody, welcome back to From the Shed. I'm Todd Foster. It's Music Monday today, and it's that time of the week where we grab a hold of stuff before it takes off and owns us. So I want to talk about a couple things. So I got a son who is started wood carving, and so I thought, you know what, I'm gonna get myself a little wood carving kit. And I got myself a couple blocks of wood, and I'm gonna start working on it so that I can do it together with him. And I woke up this morning and I was thinking about, leaning in, and, I think especially Mondays, it's what we feel, how hard it is. You might have heard a really good talk at church yesterday, which I did. Really, really, really challenged in the community of faith that I'm in. And, maybe you didn't hear something like that, but you hear something that's motivational or wants you to make life better. And then you hit today, and it's just hard. And, you know what I would say? I would probably hear my dad's voice. It's like, welcome to life. Because it is. It's, I know that might be a little empty of feelings, but I read this quote this morning by a guy named John Piper, and he's like, God is not our feelings. God is God. And we get up on a Monday morning and we feel certain ways, so that's how we live out our life. And we're just, what Scripture says, we're just tossed about by every wind and wave. If you're in a good mood when you get up on a Monday morning, you lean in. If you're not in a good mood, you don't. Or you take it out on people, or you love people. However we feel, we tend to live out our life. And there's so much more than that. Here's the thing, and this is if it was a 4-letter word, it would be a bad one, but it's called discipline. And I'm the worst. I am the chief of all sinners when it comes to discipline. I'm such a feely, creative kind of person that stuff is really, really hard for me. But I will say that at the end of the day, this is the thing that's going to make our life purposeful, meaningful, invested in other things. And so if you want your week to be full of value and meaning and purpose, there's some things that you need to do. And we often think of, or maybe come to God like this. We're like, God, I want you to revive my heart. I want you to do something, man. Hit the kickstart me for today. We want something external to do that. And I think God wants to meet us in those moments for sure. But there's our part in all this, which is connecting with him. It's like reaching out, and meeting him in the middle. And we find him in certain places. We find him in his word, when we stop and we shut off the noise and we start a conversation with him. That's a relationship. And so I'm going to challenge you, as I'm challenging myself today on this Monday morning, because here's the thing. I want to connect with my son, Dylan. I do. And so if this is a way for me to do that, to start working on this and learning about I can't just carve, right? I gotta look it up on the internet. I gotta check it out, read a little bit about it, maybe watch somebody else do it on YouTube, and then start to do it a little bit. And this thing's gonna take shape and form, and it's gonna look like something. It might not be the best thing. For you perfectionists, this is gonna be a problem. It might not be the most perfect thing, but I'm gonna do it. And then I'm gonna get another block of wood and another block of wood and another block of wood. And sooner or later, man, we're gonna start to make stuff. It's gonna look pretty cool. And there's gonna be relationship as Dylan makes something. And then we celebrate it together. You see the picture I'm painting here? You can't wait till everything's perfect or you feel like it to get started on a Monday morning. To start, number one, following God, and then being made like him and being on mission with him. You can't wait till it's all perfect. Get in there, man, because that's where you start to fall in love more and more, because when you fell down and you didn't do it right, he was there with you, and you're like, oh, you're with me in the fire, in the flames, in the good, in the bad. You're with me. And so I got this great song today by a guy named Phil Wickham, and it's called Revive Us Again. It's a good song, man. The words are good. man, the tune and the like orchestration, I don't know, it might not be your favorite, man. Who cares? Grab a hold of it and listen and be challenged. Pick up a block of wood, metaphorically, and start carving, man. Start carving out your Monday and build a relationship with God and start loving other people like He loves you. And I promise you're going to have an incredible week. You're going to have some stories to tell and some things to celebrate. So here's my last thing. So this next week is baptism at our church. I'm super pumped, man. You know why? Because I got invited into one of the stories. Just one of the stories that's going to happen this weekend. And it was at a Cracker Barrel. And it involved like guys sliding out of their chairs and getting down on their knees and praying right in the middle of a Cracker Barrel. Wow, I mean, it was packed in there, man. And a guy like sliding his plate out of the way and saying yes to Jesus. It was so cool. So I'm invested in this thing. So I want to celebrate it. I'm gonna be up there on the stage and I'm gonna watch this guy get baptized and I'm gonna be like, yeah, buddy. And could you imagine at the end of your week, your month, man, like you were celebrating stuff in your kids' lives, in your husband, in your wife, in your family, in your friends, in your coworkers. Could you imagine celebrating life that way with them? Like anticipate. You couldn't wait for the weekend because there was something you were doing together. You got to get up. You got to start carving. Okay? So take a step and get on your feet and have amazing Monday. All right? We'll see you guys back from the shed tomorrow for Gratitude Tuesday, where we just express the stuff we're grateful for. It could be a step that you made in this, and you can just share it, man. Encouraging each other by sharing what you're grateful for. Man, it's like nothing else. It picks people up. It shifts your brain. It's so good. See you guys next time. Bye.